Hi, I'm Sarah, Finder's Car Insurance Writer, and today I'm going to talk you through the ins and outs of filing an SR22 form. While the downside of filing this form is that it can cause car insurance companies to view you as high risk and up your premiums, there are several ways that you can improve your safe driving skills and lower your rates. First off, it's easier to understand what SR22 insurance is when you know what it isn't. You'll hear it called SR22 insurance, but it isn't insurance at all. It's actually your official proof of insurance to help you legally get back on the road again. Your car insurance company will file your SR22 form with your state to prove that you carry your state's minimum car insurance. Your state DMV will let you know if you need to file an SR22. Depending on your state's laws, you might need to file an SR22 if you're convicted of a DUI or DWI, if you are ticketed for driving without insurance, if you cause a car accident where there are injuries, if you accumulate a lot of points on your license, or if your driver's license is suspended or revoked. Filing an SR22 helps you prove your responsibility and reinstate your license if it was suspended. The main difference between states is the length of time you'll file an SR22 before you're off the hook for your violation. For instance, California can require you to file an SR22 for 3 to 10 years, depending on the seriousness of the violation, like a DUI. But in Texas, most violations that need an SR22 only require you to file one for just 2 years. That timeline is important because you'll probably pay more for car insurance when going through a company that specializes in SR22s. Being considered a high-risk driver doesn't mean you're destined for the highest car insurance rates. There are a few ways you can lower your premium with SR22 insurance. First, you can cut any fluff. While roadside assistance and new car replacement coverage can be helpful, ask yourself how often you've needed these types of coverage in the past and whether you have a ride if your car breaks down or you get in an accident. Adding policy extras can raise your premium hundreds of dollars a year. That said, you do want to keep enough coverage that you won't be left in financial straits if you do get into a car accident. See if your state lowers SR22 requirements for safe driving. Some states, like Alabama, shorten the timeline for serious convictions like driving under the influence if you prove to be a responsible driver. Where you might have needed an SR22 for 5 years, you could cut the timeline to 2 or 3 years if you stay safe on the road and keep your insurance up to date. Next, make sure that you're shopping around for car insurance every year. While any driver can benefit from comparing the best car insurance deals, this is especially true if you have a less than pristine driving record. Since different companies rate your risk level differently, you could discover a company that rewards you for going a year or two claim-free, or one that simply has lower rates. Next up, take a defensive driving course. Sure, you'll shell out some money up front for this, but telling your insurance agent that you've had a refresher on driving safely could land you a 5 to 10% discount on your premium. And that's not all. The discount stays with you for 3 to 5 years. That's hundreds of dollars in savings after just spending $20 to $60 for an online driver's ed course. It's like a pat on the back from your car insurance company for your renewed effort to keep the road safe. Finally, squeeze extra savings out of your car insurance by looking for a company with a safe driver program. These safe driver programs use a device installed in your car or an app to track your driving skills and set your rates. In insurance terms, this is called telematics. Most major insurance companies have some kind of telematics program, and a few companies specialize in this type of policy. The benefit? Your rates weigh your driving skills more heavily than your driving record. Ready to file your SR22? The process is relatively easy since your car insurance company does most of the work for you. First, let your car insurance company know that you need an SR22 form. If your company drops you, which is not an uncommon scenario, you'll need to find another car insurance company that submits SR22s. Then, consider buying the minimum amount of car insurance required in your state. You can find the requirements where you live on Finder.com by clicking the link in the description. After you buy an SR22 policy, you'll need to pay the filing fee so that your insurance company can submit the SR22 with your state. The SR22 form will show policy details like your policy number, the effective date, and whether it meets your state's insurance requirements. The SR22 form may also show your basic personal information and your car's make, model, or identification number. And most importantly, it should be signed by an insurance representative. Lastly, wait for your confirmation letter that your state has received your SR22 form. You can speed up the process to get back on the road faster by going to the DMV yourself with your completed SR22 form in hand. They'll let you know any fines that you need to pay and what your next steps are, such as when your suspension is up or if you need an ignition interlock device to prove you're sober before driving. After meeting these requirements, you're free to drive safely. To recap, an SR22 is a form that shows that you meet your state's minimum car insurance requirements. Your state will let you know if you're required to file an SR22. Then you can contact your car insurance company to file the form and visit your local DMV to pay any fines and get your license reinstated. Ready to get back on the road? Head on over to Finder.com to scout out your best options for SR22 insurance. Like what you see? Hit the subscribe button so that you'll be the first to know when new Finder videos drop. Thanks for watching and safe travels.